Welcome to this game number 4 of the semi-finals in the Knights bracket for the T90 Community Cup. We have Arnulf here in the Burgundians. I'm very curious by this pick already on this map, so I'm going to return to that, don't you worry. Quite professional gone for the Cumans. Also a very curious pick for this map. These are not picks I would have associated with this map. And this map is African Clearing. Your TCs start extremely close together. You got a little donut in the middle that has shore fish. And then you've got the big donut on the outside that has more fish. Now, I'm completely lost for words. Burgundians? Burgundians? On African River? Burgundians is the biggest booming civ. It's the best booming civ in the game, in my opinion. They have nothing for an aggressive playstyle. Now, I may be wrong because they have had a number of changes in the last patch. They do get Flemish militia earlier, I believe. I'm not a Burgundians player myself, but I know that Flemish militia play a stronger role in the early game. So that could be good. In terms of playing Burgundians aggressive, you want to get the Cavalier in Castle Age. That can be strong, but Cavalier on this map, it's not like a Arabia map style map, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm perplexed by the Burgundian pick. So we'll see how that plays out. But I'm also equally perplexed by Cumans, because you can also play Cumans as that booming style. Get the double TC, hide behind walls, get a big eco lead and play from there. But you can also have somewhat of an aggressive style with Cumans and get in the Siege Workshop in Feudal Age. So will we see that from the Cumans player? It's kind of a really interesting matchup because Burgundians and Cumans have this hypothetical aggressive playstyle, but it's always secondary to that booming playstyle that you really prefer them to play. So this could be really interesting. And yeah, it needs to be said that neither of these civs would you associate with water. And we saw neither of these players go for water in Row Rage. And I'm predicting it now. We're not going to see them go water on African River either. Could be wrong. Could certainly be wrong. So we'll keep an eye out on that as well. But Quite Professional says wanted Chinese for this one, but that was sniped. Yeah, so I think that's a huge plus for including the snipe in tournaments, because it means you get matchups like this. It means that you're not always playing your preferred civ on every single map. So I think that's such a good addition to the tournament setting. Can't emphasize that enough. But Quite Professional going for the dock here. So I am wrong. Dock is going to be a play, which I really like. Looks like St. Arnulf is not going to walk that play. Pushing in deer. Already pushed in all the deer here for Quite Professional. And Quite Professional is actually already going up to Feudal Age. What's the play? What's the play? I just cannot pick this. Do you go into Rams? Is that crazy? I want to see it. I think it would be powerful. I don't think you'd be able to take down a TC. That's for sure. But you might be able to ram down a mill. Especially with some men at arms. But that might be crazy. That might be absolutely crazy. Only one fishing ship so far. But quite professional is the feudal site Varang. I used to speak German, god damn it. I did German in university and I can't even speak German. What a waste. What a waste of money and resources. For me to learn German. And then I get into Age of Empires. And then finally the commentary or the side text is in German. My opportunity to shine. And I can't speak German. Quite sad. But we have the archery range up for Cumans. I think this was quite professional. The double production building, the stable and archery range together. But this time around, he is going to produce from both buildings. I don't think I've seen players do this. I think this is quite a unique strategy for quite professional, and I think it could work because they do obviously offset each other's weaknesses. You got the archers for the spearmen, you got the scouts for the skirms. It's just a lot of investment, so I can see it falling flat. And here is the Flemish militia. Which is cool to see. Flemish militia in feudal age. Used to only really see them with Flemish Revolution in the very late game. And here we are, seeing them in feudal. I love that. I'm going to say something really... I feel like this is an unpopular opinion. But these expansions and these patches, man, I think they're on point. I think they're absolutely on point. See a lot of haters out there. See a lot of haters complaining about patches and expansions. And, you know, I think for a lot of people, they want to see things get right away. And that is very seldom the case. And should we even really expect that? For something to be right away? I don't think so. And tower goes up. Flemish militia, they're tanking a lot. They're tanking a lot of shots from these archers. They do have a PS armor. They do have 45 health. Doesn't seem like that much. But it looks like the PS armor is enough to prevent a lot of damage. Scouts can still definitely do work. Still only one fishing ship back here, by the way. So I don't know if this dock has been worth it, actually. If you're going to go dock fishing ship, I think you need at least 3 to make that worthwhile. But I've decided to go for this expensive strategy of stable archery range. Flemish militia, I think, saw these archers come round. Gonna get on the hill here for the archers, try to take out the skirms. Scouts are here to take out skirms. Taking off wood. Don't want to get trapped in here with Flemish militia. Could have been microed just a little bit better, but I think it's still going to be pretty favourable here for Quite Professional. It has taken out 2 eco. But apparently 2 eco have been taken out by Arnulf. I don't exactly know where, if I'm being 100% honest. T90 blind. Could have been a board. No, it couldn't have been a board because the kills are on St. Arnulf's side. But we're going to draw to a stalemate type situation. But as the Cuman player, we do have the option for going into that second TC. So here come the villagers. They have to take the long way around. That's going to delay it a little bit. Cuman TC takes forever to go up, I must admit. So there is the potential for this to be denied if noticed. We're going to distract away from that TC. I think it's quite smart, actually. We do have 3 fishing ships on the back here as well, so I take it all back. I think the dock is now worth it. But yeah, these archers could... Oh, the plan to distract didn't work. Here comes the army. TC's going to be denied. It's going to be dead villagers. It was a risky strategy. I respect the strategy, but it hasn't paid off. These villagers could lock themselves into the back here if they wall it. Archers still kind of like dawdling around. They could camp the tower, perhaps. Lots of villagers dead. Archers was thinking about camping TC, body blocked by the villagers, I think. And I think it's starting to unravel here for Quite Professional. Remember, he went up 2-0. Does have a villager lead here still, but is now on the back foot. He's using all of the Cuman bonuses though. He's got the siege workshop around back, and he's going to build a battering ram, but with what units to support, I'm not sure. It's going to try and put up that TC on the back now, so deletes the initial TC, puts a TC on the back instead. Again, TC in Feudal Age for the Cumans. Skirmisher defense at home for St. Arnulf. St. Arnulf is now firing on all cylinders, I feel. This is what we've come to expect from Arnulf. And these Flemish militia, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with these Flemish militia. Flemish militia and skirm as a combo, you know, seems good. Not gonna lie, it seems pretty good. How do you counter that? Men at Arms? I think Men at Arms do decent. But you couldn't go skirms, you couldn't go cav. We've got a lot on stone here for Quite Professional, but he's not in Castle Age, so he cannot build a castle. The Siege Workshop not doing anything yet, but potentially felt like he had to use that bonus as Cuman. Castle Age coming in here for St. Arnulf, and he has people on stone. Where are those stone miners for Arnulf? They're somewhere. Can't see him. Oh no, sorry, he doesn't have any of them. I thought he was going to go into Coustier, but no. Will not be doing that. Going for a market here for Quite Professional, so can sell his stone to go to castle. But then what? Then what do you do? I don't think he's got enough time. Economy at home is looking very stable for St. Arnulf. Buildings go down on the front here for Quite Professional. And Yep, gonna have to abandon that wood line. These archers for quite professional, not achieving anything currently. And for what it seems like the 4th game in a row, we're going into the swordsman line for quite professional. I apologize. So quite professional went for swordsman line for the first 2 games. St. Arnulf went for it in the 3rd game for triple tunnel. And now we're going swordsman here for quite professional in the 4th game with Arson. The militia line's back, baby. It's back. I've never seen so much infantry in my life, and here comes the Mangonel, and that's going to be on that TC. Question is, can quite professional hold? I highly doubt it. I doubt it. The Burgundian St. Arnulf is going for 2-man sword at the Burgundians in Castle Age. So 2-man sword is basically never worth it, especially when you're about to finish the game. You're about to win. You don't need 2-man sword. It's just a bad upgrade. These archers are not going to do anything against these mangonels. Double mangonel on a TC. It's going to chonk through it. Flemish militia still around. TC goes down. Farms exposed. Farms exposed to Flemish militia. That villager takes a rock to the face. Others take a spear to the neck. And now mangonels on to the 2nd TC. And if this TC goes... Oh! Bunch of dead villagers in center of town. An absolute massacre. This TC is surely going to go down. No farming economy whatsoever. For quite professional. Villagers escaped to the hunt in the corner. That's only going to last for a short period of time. And Arnulf is going to, do the mic drop castle in the middle of quite professional space. It's actually not as useful as he thinks it might be, because there's going to be nothing here. Quite professional has nothing here. Oh, hold on. There is a bit of a counterplay here from quite professional. Takes down Arnulf's TC. So that was being prepared in the background very sneakily. Even sneakily for me. Took my eye off the ball there, and we could be in a situation where neither player has a TC. Neither player's going to have a TC. All of Arnulf's villagers attacking the Rams are taken down. Rams kind of have pretty bad pathing, unfortunately. Quite professional takes down all of the military of Arnulf. TC taken down. Neither player has TCs right now. These villagers are running for their lives. They can't believe what's happened. They thought their home was safe. A demo ship comes up far too late to be useful. And quite professional is now on the rampage with long swordsmen. And he's going to pull this back to an equal game. This is crazy. This is ridiculous. Coustier are out though. They're Roman. And they probably could deal with longswords quite handily. But Arnulf he dropped that castle in quite professional's base, which means he's now taken over old human territory and is farming it up. Absolutely farming it up. Meanwhile, quite professional has relocated to the sides of the map. So very decentralized economy, and if these Coustier find these villages, oh, it's gonna be over. Oh, the GG is called actually. So there we go. I think it was gonna be over, you know, really over, quite quickly as soon as these Coustier find that corner. But I feel like quite professional thought, I don't have a base. I don't have a military. It is equal villager count, but I think Arnulf with the castle and the protection and the new TC was looking very, very nice. But what a game! What a game! And I think it's all because of different civ choices. And again, I put that down to the snipes. Without a snipe, this matchup never happens.